I'm Elliot Kleinberg, and this is Something Went Horribly Wrong, a blog about bad writing and how to fix it. Segment 24, Disqualifiers, Part 2, History. Our previous column mentioned goofs of geography. Today we tackle history, my favorite subject, and one that's regularly used incorrectly in writing. As I toiled on my Civil War novel, Peace River, I fretted constantly about mistakes I inadvertently might be inserting. Historical fiction is a real minefield, and in no arena is this more profound than the Civil War. America is rife with Civil War nerds who gleefully will point out that a soldier's sleeve should have had 2 stripes, not 3, that model of rifle hadn't yet been created, or that those railroad tracks would have been on the other side of the river. Sometimes you're a victim of what I call the Rumsfeld Rule. That's former U.S. Defense Secretary Donald Rumsfeld's Iraq War edict that you don't know what you don't know. Actually, Rumsfeld said, unknown unknowns, the ones we don't know, we don't know. You get the idea. Once I was in a writer's group when a member gave me the bad news that I had identified a character as Czechoslovakian when that did not exist in the 1860s. You break into a cold sweat on that. In the previous segment, I mentioned giving up on bad audiobooks after they made a glaring goof. In one, the protagonist was a law student who was asked one day in class about the assassination of Archduke Ferdinand in 1918. Wrong. That's the year the war ended. The Archduke was shot in 1914. With the availability of the internet, an author's failure to take the time to double-check such basic facts is a grievous sin and a disqualifier. Also, a note about Wikipedia. If you want to use it as a primary source, that's your call. Newspapers mostly do not, and the Horribly Wrong team will not. It's not that Wikipedia lies. It's just that it's an encyclopedia by committee and prone to honest mistakes, like Rumsfeld said. What you can do is go to the bottom of the entry where it lists sources and go to those sources yourself. If you want to compare your local college's student population to that of the University of Michigan, do yourself a favor. Go to the webpage of the University of Michigan. One final anecdote. Thomas de Mahy, Marquis de Favras, was sentenced to death in 1790 after being accused of trying to rescue the royal family during the French Revolution. Upon reading his death warrant, Favras' only remark was, "I see that you have made 3 spelling mistakes." Next time, are you of the body? I'm Elliot Kleinberg. Visit ekfla.com. That's ekfla.com.